Alright, community, it's been a few days. I'm about a day behind of what I wanted, but anyway, from what I see, what you guys thought was probably one of the better of the Sabertooths in the collection. It was, of course, thanks to Hooliganism 1982 saying it. I don't even think, I forget to call him that, but yeah, that's a Jim Lee version of the Sabertooth right there. I think I have to say that I liked colors of the other ones, but yeah, as far as what I like that style better. Without that long hair. Alright, but thanks for voting for that, and there he is. Now we're going to shift our way back to the regular Marvel Legends. Let's pluck Moon Knight out of there. Okay, what we're going to be looking here today is Moon Knight in the Marvel Legends. This is the variant Toy Biz Moon Knight. That's the main one that's the one I have in my main collection. He has the silver kind of outfit, and then there was a regular Moon Knight, is a dark outfit, and then there's the Marvel Select Moon Knight. Now this Moon Knight, it came in the MODOK series in Toy Biz, and you can see all the characters that came in there. And then there was the comic. You see that the Moon Knight that's actually in the comic here is actually more accurate to the regular version. The variant wasn't terribly hard to get of this either, I didn't think, at the time. But yeah, let me take a look close up here as far as what each one looks like. As far as the three go, the Select, I mean, of course, Selects are always better, well designed, and they look better. And actually, the Select actually came out before the Toy Biz version did. And in my collection back then, I liked the Moon Knight character, and I actually used the Select then, even though he was taller. But anyway, let's move on here. The Moon Knight here, he actually... we'll start with the Select here. He actually comes with a couple of these Moonerang, Boomerang, Crescent Star, whatever you want to call them. He had two of those he came with, and then on the other hand here you can see he has a little pair of knuckles on that hand, but they don't come off or anything, but as far as weapons go. And then he also came with a little crescent, like little stand here, it just sits on the ground, and then he came with this little plastic con shoe. And then the Toy Biz version actually comes with this little staff. You can see it's held in his hands over there. And it also came with this like nunchuck staff thing, which actually, you can see right back there, it holsters up right in his belt. And of course it's being difficult trying to get on camera here. It just fits right in the back across there. Now you can see we'll go across there. Now the silver on here isn't so bad, and the reason why I pick them is because it does give more of the look of the classic, or what I think on the Select here. But the silver, it has the dark shading in there, and then of course the silver design it has in the gloves. It does have little moon just painted on his chest here, whereas on the Select it's actually raised and painted on the chest. And then it has the belt, which actually has a little crescent moon on there. And you can see the difference between that and the Select's belt. Going back and forth here. And articulation-wise, it's pretty good. The hood and stuff like that, the cape and hood, does hinder stuff a little bit, but the head has basic. It moves pretty good. You can't see it, but It has good movement in it. It moves, back and forth, up and down like it should. The shoulder has a little wing bone, and then the ball joint, and swivels and hinges. And elbow is double jointed. It doesn't have a wrist joint, but it has right above the glove there. It has a little 360 motion hinge on the wrist. Has individual finger joints. Very cool. And then the diaphragm. The waist it's a 360. And ball joints like the old normal Toy Biz on the hips and thigh there, and then double jointed knee. There is on the boot there above that, there is a 360 spin, and then hinged ankle, and then toe joint. Alright. Articulation, of course, is the same in the regular version. I'm not going to go over the articulation of Select to save time, but it's basic. It's actually pretty decent as far as selects go. But there again, I'm not going to go over that. But I mean, as far as looks wise, I think the Select has it down. But size wise, of course, Selects are bigger. So anyway, well, let me go ahead and stand him up next to some of his friends from the West. See how he stands in with the rest. I always did like the West Coast Avenger and him in it and whatnot, and that's about as far as I think that currently. I only read the West Coast for a little while in the beginning of the 90s, and I cut off, but those are the characters I remember being in there. Minus, of course, we don't have a Dr. Druid, a U.S. agent, or a Hank Pym, which I have to tell you, for whatever reason, maybe I'm a dork, I always did like that character. If I was to pick another West Coast Avenger to have, that would be the one that I would pick. I don't know if that's just crazy, but I did like that. He didn't shrink, or grow or anything like that to Giant Man or Ant-Man or anything like that, but he couldn't do it because if he did, it would mess with his nervous system, or it would kill him, or it would mess him up. But yeah. Anyway, what he did basically is he ran around. He had this red jumpsuit that had pockets all over it, and he could shrink and grow different items. So I mean, he would keep all different kinds of things like weapons and vehicles and stuff in those pockets, and I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, moving right along, I'm going to cut this down right here. What I'd like to know what you think. Which Moon Knight would you put in a Marvel Legends collection? A main Marvel Legends collection? The variant Toy Biz one? The regular one? Or even the Select one? So let me know in the bottom in the comments, and thanks for watching.